Welcome to the Showcase Talk Show. We have an awesome show for you today. Our guest will be Naomi. Please stick around. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Showcase, baby. The Showcase. Righteous mind. It's your time to shine. The Showcase. Righteous mind. It's your time to shine.
Welcome back to the Showcase Talk Show. My first guest is very special. Please help me welcome Naomi. Thank you. How was the trip here, Miss Naomi?
It was something, like I said, I went to the salon, look at my hair, and doesn't look like it, but I made it here. My GPS said I was supposed to be at 120, but middle of the yard. Take you all over the place and so congested, but I'm here.
But you are here and in one
That's
piece.
what counts.
Well, thank you so much for coming, and we are here on behalf of Showkase Mason, your son. And so please tell me about your amazing hip-hop artist of a son, if you don't mind describing.
My beloved son, Deshon Mason, aka Deshon Johnson, is his government name, his birth name, which he didn't like too much. So we're gonna stick with Showkase Mason. Showkase Mason, he was very talented young man. At the age of 2, I recall when I brought him his first tape recorder, which is no longer out that much. You know, your Walkman, that's what it is. You know, that's long. So I bought a kid Walkman, and you know, he would walk around a house and was saying, "Burn, baby, burn," with his Walkman. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then after that, I bought him a guitar with a speaker. And, you know, he would go singing, and he's in gifted and talent, you know, very exceptional child, very talented. He was in the Honor Society.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And, you know, and that's very rare for Afro-American young man.
Yeah.
To me, of them is not in the Honor Society. You have more Afro-American women than men, you know, but he was part of the Honor Society. He was chosen from Montclair Heights school that he attended. He was chosen to speak on the behalf of the school, because he was in law class with Montclair. How they do it, they have it almost like college in high school. You know, when you're a junior, you get your concentrated major, which is very interesting. That's how Montclair is. So my son was taking up law. Oh, wow. And so he was chosen to go to Howard, excuse me.
Still.
I get the H mixed up. Howard University.
All those H's are good, though.
To speak on the behalf of his class, and he also was chosen to be exchange student overseas in London, and in his sophomore year and his junior year was to China.
Wow.
And at the time, it was like scary. That's when the government in China was doing missile and everything. I'm like, oh no, my baby's not going there at that time. Oh no, he was my only child. So,
How did he make his way from being an honor student in China to rapping and doing music? How did that transformation even happen?
well, I'm a teacher, my profession. I went to school, got my degree in early childhood and elementary education. And I've been taking my son to school with me since he was like, you know, little. And so he was sitting in college with me, and he was getting his first early education in college at a younger age, you know. And I remember when I had a course, music appreciation, and he like, well, Mom, I want to read the book, you know. So when I taught him, don't get fear of reading a book. I never put it to him like there's a level, grade 3, grade 4. I never did. I told him word is word, you know. So that's how he was very ambitious and wanted, like, okay, let me read, Mommy, let me read, you know. So I taught him how to read. My son was reading. When I said reading
music,
he was reading, you know, at like 4 years old, 4 years old. Yeah, he was signing words out at the age of 1.
Wow.
you know. So that would help him, so he would start getting into reading, because I taught him and writing. Every time he write, I would throw it up. I would ball up, make sure he wrote neat. So he started really taking into words, because I was teaching him vocabulary and everything like that. So he started getting into the music, and again with my class music appreciation, you know, so I studied all type of genre of music. And so he was so into it, and he came with me to class. You know, so all of that has a lot to play, you know, as far as his grounding of writing and of just music appreciation
and knowledge.
Yeah.
So did he just wake up one day and say, "Mommy, I recorded this song," or "Mommy, I'm doing music"? How did that happen?
No, actually, when he was in 6th grade, he always took to music. Well, when we was going to church, you know, every African American people start in church. You know what that is, you know. So that's the history of all of them, church, right? So he wanted to play like drums, and he's like, "Mom, I want a drum card." It was so hard for me to take him to church because I am a single parent, you know, and because I was going to college, and at the time I was substitute teaching before I became a primary teacher, and being a single parent, so it was a little hard for me.
It's a lot.
Yes, so it was so hard for me to take him to, you know, I mean, he would go to church, but like when they have that Wednesday to like drum lessons,
Mhm.
but I had class in college that day. You know, so he just started to, okay, 6th grade, he signed up for course. And they travel all over, of course. Yes, touring, right. You know, of course locally. So my thing is, you know, I was a big fan of his music. So then when he became 9th grade, he started writing. He got into
Poetry?
yeah, rap is poetry. People don't realize. Just
Rhyming.
rhythm and poetry, rhyming poetry, rhythm, rhyming poetry.
Yeah, it's just poetry
With music.
to music.
Yes, you know, so he started writing his first piece that I recall in 9th grade. So he's got into a family friend, a female friend who I knew we grew up together, and her uncle, I call him my uncle. So he started, you know, his Charles, up in Charles, you know, his son had his own little music group called Ice Grill. So Sean became a part of that music group, Ice Grill. So from that point, he started writing. He would start going to battles in New York, and Brooklyn and Bronx, you know. So he started writing at 9th grade, his first piece.
Nice.
In 9th grade.
So it went from just listening to music to starting in church, instrumentals, doing that, and then finally landing his first group. I like that name too. Ice Grill is a really cool name. Cool. So just stay tuned. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Welcome to Quasi Curves. I'm a licensed practical nurse and body contour specialist. I started out in the nursing field 9 years ago. Being of service to people has always been a passion of mine. Through Quasi Curves, my mission is to specialize in results. I want to see that each and every one of my clients' desired body image is brought to reality. Focusing on mind-body wellness, we're sure to make your visit pleasurable, memorable, with everlasting results. Be sure you visit our online store for your home wellness needs. I look forward to meeting and working with all of you.
Welcome back to the Showcase Talk Show. We are still here with the amazing Naomi, and let's continue our conversation about Mr. Sean Mason. Let's start off 12th grade, right?
Yes. In 12th grade, you know, it was a little emotional, but in 12th grade, he was accepted to go out of state to college. You know, unfortunately, I was in a Bloomfield police officer was chasing a stolen car, and the stolen car hit me head on. And I became disabled, you know, and so my son refused to go out of state to Temple. He refused, so he would stay go to college in state. So I said, okay, it's a little rush, because let me find a way to get you in state. Luckily, I worked in the school system.
Yeah.
And I knew the guidance counselor, so she helped me find like schools, and locally, you know, me and his godmother, we pressed and start filling out things, filling out things like Keene University, Montclair State University, and he was accepted actually for Montclair State University and Keene University.
What did he study?
Oh, first he was gone for law, business law,
Okay.
and then he changed to finance management.
Okay.
And from that point on, yes,
Is that when the song Life Hurts?
that's when, yes, so being that I was in a car accident, and it was in the summertime, he's away for camp, he was in camp, doing, he was a counselor, camp counselor. And his godmother had called him went to camp to get him, and told him that I was in a car accident. I couldn't talk, I couldn't walk, so I took a lot of therapy, and I still have tremors, you can't really tell, the toe right side is shaped. And so when he came home, he was so upset, you know, like, okay, I'll leave my mother in good health, now she's disabled, you know, so next thing you know, he was crying, you know, he had the door closed, because you know how guys are, they want to be strong for mom, you know. So I was walking by his room, and he was crying to the, you know, female that he was dating, and was saying, I don't know what I would do if I ever lost my mom, because that's all I have, you know. And from that point on, he put his expression into his work, so that's when he started writing Life Hurts, you know. And like, we're here today, gone tomorrow, I can see you in a second, next thing you know, life is not promised to everybody, you know.
It's definitely a gift.
So that's what Life Hurt was expired by that incident.
By an accident.
My accident, right.
Well, thank God you're here to tell us about it.
Yeah, well, it's a little deeper than that, you know.
Let's,
Because on Wednesday, July the 18th, 2007, that's when,
it's the anniversary.
yeah.
So on a lighter note, let's try to move into the clothing line, None Illa. Please tell us about
Right,
that.
you did good, girl. Not Illa, okay, Not Illa, first of all, Not Illa came from my son's tagline.
Okay.
When he rapped or he sung, he would go, Not Illa. And meaning no one's better than him, you know.
Mhm.
So he was starting, I had my own online store. So I just told my son, I said, well, you know, once you do your t-shirt line, so when you go perform, because you used to perform everywhere, Real Deal Radio in West New York. And I said, well, do your own t-shirt line. He's like, well, okay. So I bought this big pressing heater that you see at the mall.
Mhm.
So he said, okay, so he can have on demand. Plus I had to start working with a distribution company up overseas.
You grind, apparently. You just an entrepreneur.
You know, so so I was trying to, well, you know what? He's like, well, Mom, I don't have time. You know, he was a visual artist like myself.
Okay.
So he would draw. I said, well, you can draw and put your artwork on and that, as well as Showkase Mason, you know, or Not Illa.
Yeah.
So he like, okay. So unfortunately, he was starting the t-shirt line, then don't expect that happen. You know, so what I do, I go to fashion shows like New York Fashion Week to raise awareness.
Because you've taken over the line
Yes.
now.
Yes, I took over what I did. I didn't start Not Illa, I'm just carrying it on. That's all.
You want to explain to everybody?
Yes, this part was a little emotional. So, like I said, I started, and the reason why I started, what made me start doing fashion show, New York Fashion Week, because a criminal lawyer, what happened to my son, I get into that later, but a criminal lawyer told me, you know, in order for it to change the verdict, what happened to your son with the corruption of the prosecutor office and everything, you gotta get the people involved. So I'm like, well, how can I get the people involved? Where there I can go where there's a lot of people involved? So I said, New York Fashion Week, because people come from all over, from New York Fashion Week. So I said, okay, what I do, so I just started doing print. Like I said, I do graphic design on clothing, and I do freehand, so I do it all. So I said, okay, so I started creating designs and put on Showkase, and what they would do, I would get interviewed, you know, because you have people that interview you from underground magazines, and, you know, who have their talk shows, so forth and so on. So they allowed me, what they do, the model will walk for him on his music, you know, paying homage to my son.
So do you mind me just shortly explaining what exactly happened for everybody?
Yeah.
I can do it for you if you like.
You go ahead.
So unfortunately, Naomi is taking over the clothing line because in a terrible accident, Showkase Mason was murdered by New Jersey.
But I'm sorry to intervene, but to me, I don't call it accident. And when I went to the Commission of Transportation, they said that will not be considered an accident. That will be considered a collision or crash.
Wow.
Yes, because the driver, he jumped the curb when my son stood. And was he supposed to go to work.
Yeah.
And so he flagged the driver down, stop.
Yeah.
And the driver did not stop. So my son ran up to wasn't even running, he wasn't even chasing, because you can't, a witness said he was chasing the bus. How can you chase a bus if you're already at the stop?
Yeah.
That's impossible. You can run up to it, but
Yeah.
you can't chase it.
Yeah.
You know, rush up to it, but you
Yeah.
can't chase it.
Yeah.
So that's what he did. He rushed up to the door, because he
Yeah.
was already stopped, because the driver flew past him. He was at the front door. And he knocked on the front door. The driver refused to open the door. He jumped the curb. And ran my son over twice and then dragged him 50 or 100 feet to his life.
So sorry to hear that. It's unbelievable and devastating. I don't know if there's a tissue around or if someone is able to get one. That would be awesome.
Yeah, so.
And so now, would you like to tell us about your amazing outfit that you created and what it stands for? Because it's not insignificant at all.
Well, this outfit that I have, this is called my political raising awareness outfit. And with all the corruption that I'm combating with my son, unjust life was taken. So I was inspired by Channel 4. Channel 4 had did a documentary. They hit me up, emailed me and asked me, I like your title, Raising Awareness for Reckless, Driving, and they had distracted. And he wanted to do an interview, but the lawyer that I had, like, oh, no. So anyway, I watched the video with Channel 4 did the interview with New Jersey Transit. And the president or the person in charge of New Jersey Transit, chairperson, whomever he was saying, oh, no, nothing like this happened all the time. It doesn't happen all the time. So what I did, I said, you know what? I got on every article and I screenshot to show everybody this happened all the time. Because half of the articles with people's lives who have been taken, they don't want to report it to the news all the time, or the news don't get a wind of it.
Yeah, they don't want those statistics building
That's the
against
thing.
the company.
Right, so they pick and choose when they want to go out there. However, I did the Oprah Act under Freedom of Information Act.
Mhm.
Like,
And you're pretty much covered in
the evidence.
all of, yeah.
And so what I did, I took the screenshot of all the articles from newspaper to online, and I made a collage, which is on my clothing, on my shoes, the article, thank you, of my son.
You want to stand up and give us a twirl to let them know this is front and back?
Sure.
Jacket and a shirt. And the sneakers.
So what I did, I screenshot it, and these are, so I said, well, I'm going to expose Coach USA and New Jersey Transit, and they're lying. So here it is. This is all the articles in Newark, the New Jersey Transit, two buses collided in each other. Then after that, you have right here, Coach USA, the bus collided into a bank.
And then they try to cover up the history of some of the drivers and say the drivers don't have a history of this, but unfortunately, of course, we have evidence of that as well. This is a head-to-toe outfit of evidence of accidents that have occurred that have been trying to be covered up.
So I don't call it accident, I call it incidents, because they needed a prosecutor, like I said, I have it on my shirt, I have it on the back, and they have saying, if they was trying to blame my son say, oh, he was chasing down the street like he's a deranged person, which was all fabrication. So my thing is, they wanted to sign a gag order, they meaning the transportation company. And I declined. I said, that's my constitutional right. I'm not gonna do that. Are you really, if you did this to cover up my son, how many other lives you did this to? And what some people don't know about their constitutional right, they have a right to exercise it, and a lot of people don't know that. So, to me, like a gag order and a lawsuit is just exchange of quietness.
Yeah.
That's all it is. I give you this amount of money and you be quiet, don't tell what happened. But I declined, because I said I cannot leave this earth and not let the world know the truth, the corruption, the mishandling of the case. You know, I went to
Dehumanizing.
Exactly, dehumanizing. It's like, to me, it's like genociding.
Yeah.
You know, it's an epidemic. It's like, it's crazy and it's out of control. And I have a blog and on Instagram, Solity Journalist, with all these articles, not just my son, but every life taken, even his friend, Christine Noble. She was killed first. She lived on the same floor, across the hall from me.
By transit?
Coach USA, yes.
Wow.
And my son, it was January 23rd, 2012, my son knocked on the door and said, Christine Noble got killed. And I said, how? You know, he said, by a bus. And it's hard for me to say the bus, but by a bus. So I said, really? And I'm looking at the mother like, I just cannot imagine. Not knowing 5 months and 26 days later, my son get killed the same way. And they assassinate her character and my son.
Both
You know,
of them.
because you know what? They can't talk.
Of course.
And being that I declined, I started doing my own investigation. And they said, oh, the driver, the lawyer, transit lawyer, Michael Tuesday, kept saying, oh, the driver has a clean record. As you see on my clothing, he does not. He doesn't, you know.
So where can any parent or anyone who is interested in standing by you, where can we find you? How can we find you?
Well, I have first of all, I have a petition to change.org.
Okay.
You know, anybody who wants to share their story with me, they can go and just Google Deshon Johnson petition. It's few of them. Some other people started for me a petition also on behalf of my son. You can find me on Twitter under Naila, Noneillah, Naila. Instagram, Naila Store, or Naila Collection, Noneillah. I sell this outfit on Tracy, you know, Tradsey, Naila, Tracy, and Poshmark, on Naila Poshmark. I'm on, I'm on all social media.
I was gonna say,
I'll
we have the
Snapchat.
hustler over here, probably up there in the Department of Education too.
Actually, I'm a poet. I'm a self-published author.
I mean, we probably need a whole other show
That's
just for
another
you.
story.
Question, are you gonna be in this year's New York Fashion Week?
Yes.
Okay, so we can definitely see the line, see you there.
Yeah, you'll see the new coming line if you follow me on Naila, the Naila Collection, Noneillah Collection, Collectin Collection, Instagram. And what I would do, I will announce where I will be for New York Fashion Week, you know. And I also keep up with my son's Instagram page as well, Showkase Instagram page, you know. And also Naila Entertainment, because he had a Naila Entertainment and Naila Collection, and his Showkase Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
And really, just really quickly,
Email.
as we end this, what advice would you give anyone dealing with the loss of a loved one to get through it? Some people that may not be as strong as you are as of yet.
Well, you know what, I never said I'm strong because we all wear a mask. You know, it appears to be strong, but you never know what a person is going behind closed doors, you know. And like I tell people, because of the corruption and cover up, and when your child is taken in an untimely manner, don't put your trust in the justice system, because they will fail you. They will fail you because they did that to me. You have to be your own advocate. No one is going to fight harder than a mother's love for their child. Because to the prosecutor, to the bus company, even to this day, the driver is still, with all this on me, his abstract, he's still driving.
It's all about business.
The bus, still doing it. So the thing is, you know what? You be your own investigator, your own private detective, because they're not gonna tell you the truth. You know, just let the love of your child drive you to fight for justice and be the advocate.
Thank you so much for your interview. I know it was difficult, but we definitely appreciate and admire
It's very hard.
your courage. Thank you so much, and we look forward to some videos coming up next. Stay tuned.
Hi, once again, my name is Naomi, Showkase Mason's mother, and I'd like to thank Showkase with the K for having me on their platform to raise awareness about my son. It was an honor. And you can catch my son. He's Showkase Mason. He's on iTunes, iHeartRadio. Let's just say all the music stream, you know, he's on. You know, because I don't want to go through the whole list like, oh, it's just going to finish. So he's on all those music platforms. And again, you can Google Showkase Mason. He also, when you Google Showkase Mason, he also has his little knowledge panel and everything. And from that knowledge panel, it can steer you to all his other music platforms. Again, Showkase Mason on Instagram. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for having me and my son, not in flesh, but in spirit.
So fly, I'm too gone. You can't see me, I'm neutron. Y'all scared, great poop pond. Y'all yellow bellies get pooped on. I'm so drawn, propane. That mean I spit flames. Twisted like a plane figure. I'm propeller, you lame. Can't with me, you must be geek, cause you're the only one that feel yourself. So please just chill. I'm hot, I'm grilled. Nigga, you not, you frill. Nigga, why stop? I'm ready to go. When I be ready with flows, like a mother cannon, I'm just ready to blow. Take a flick up on you, come out, I'm just ready with foe. Gets on, this dumb. Go hard, no bricks, son. Sit on Mars, it's pit numb. Up my brain, I'm this stunt. Damn, beat her up and I scram. No, I'm clutch like Bron Jams. So what's up? I get the pouring up. I might be throwing up a go can. My world, my world, my world, my world, my world, my world. That so loud, I'm zoning out. No ozone, cause I'm on a different route. Like a broke navvy, I tote Cali. These steady frontin' when they broke badly. Like a record of I reckon it no time for talking till my record gets spanned to the dial tone. My keep on clutch cause niggas foul wrong. So nigga keep it up, shoot for real. You ain't see through outfits, so chill. Be in the coupe with a bad trill. For that green, I hawk out for real. I'm on the scene and that's real. Ain't no film fest. I stretch work, I bench press. I ride round my car, yes. My partner serve him like God test. Get a little stupid when I'm kicking in the door. And I get it, so watch you get it on the floor. Say they tip it till I sold. Got my setup on my fitted. I ride with it and y'all pivot me so the girlfriend says he know. Leave it girl around and I make up my baby. Ticker like a dirty dog getting ready to blow. Get ready for the takeover, study the flow. Cause all my takers be taking over the globe. My world, my world, my world, my world, my world, my world.
It's alright, it's alright, don't worry, I got you. You're alright by my side. Whatever happens, I got you. Gotta love my modesty, gotta love my modesty. Why? Cause it's my crown. Gotta love my honesty, gotta love my honesty. Why? I'll hold you down. It's alright, don't worry, I got you. You're alright by my side. Whatever happens, I got you.